Craving something chocolatey? These brownies topped with ganache are the perfect treat. Start by adding 40 grams of cocoa powder to 150 grams of melted unsalted butter. The heat from the butter will bloom the cocoa powder, enhancing the chocolatey flavour. Whisk to remove any lumps from the cocoa powder. In another bowl, crack 2 eggs. Then add 120 grams of caster sugar and 50 grams of light brown sugar. The light brown sugar will increase the fudginess of the brownies. I'm whisking these together by hand to avoid overmixing. Overmixing will add too much air into the batter, making the brownies cakey instead of fudgy. Slowly pour the egg and sugar mixture into your butter and cocoa powder mixture. This smells so good and chocolatey. Now add 100 grams of plain flour and gently fold just until no flour streaks remain. Unlike most brownie recipes, I didn't add melted chocolate into the brownie batter. We're topping these brownies with ganache, which is melted chocolate and cream. So I tailored this recipe to ensure you get a chocolatey delight that's not overly sweet. Pour the brownie batter into a baking tray lined with parchment paper and spread it out, making sure it reaches all those corners. Tap the baking tray onto a hard surface to remove any extra air bubbles and bake at 170 degrees Celsius for 20 to 23 minutes. After baking, put the brownies into the fridge for an hour. For the ganache, chop up 150 grams of chocolate into small pieces. Then in a pot, bring 75 milliliters of double cream to a gentle simmer, not boil. Put the chocolate into the cream. Tilt and swirl the pot to ensure all the chocolate is covered, then let it sit for 5 minutes before stirring to ensure the ganache doesn't split. This 2:1 ratio of chocolate to cream will make the ganache thick and set firmer. Typically, more expensive chocolate is used for ganache because it's the main ingredient. Today, I'm using milk chocolate found in the baking aisle of my local supermarket. And because I've used this chocolate before, I know the flavour is delightful. This still turned out great. So just make sure to use any milk chocolate you like. Spread the ganache over your cooled brownies and sprinkle some salt flakes. Put these back in the fridge for another 2 hours before serving. The parchment paper will make it easy to take the brownies out of the baking tray. Just look at those layers. The ganache has beautifully set, making this easy to cut through. These are so good, and the salt flakes on top make them just that more irresistible. Let me know in the comments if you give this recipe a go. I can't wait for you to try these brownies. Enjoy and see you next time.